Hello, children. Welcome back once again to our next session on the chapter Why Do We Fall Ill? So in this session, we are going to study little more about the organ specific and tissue specific manifestations. Hope all of you are fine and keeping good health. And I hope you are very clear with these programs, with the portions that we have completed so far. I hope you are all going through the modules and you are trying to learn the content from those modules. Okay, then let us go ahead with our next topic. So our next topic in this chapter is organ specific and tissue specific manifestations. What do you mean by that? Now, children, our body is very large compared to the microbes. Microbes are very, very small. These microbes can reach several places in our body through various routes and they can affect a particular organ. The selection for the site of the microbe's home is related to their point of entry. Let me explain. If the microbes are entering from the air through the nose, they reach the lungs. For example, the bacteria that causes tuberculosis. If they enter through the mouth, they can stay in the gut lining. That means the intestinal lining. For example, the bacteria that causes typhoid. Or they may enter the liver like the jaundice that causes virus. So what I want to tell you is that the microbes select the point of entry. Whichever point or whichever organ they are using for entering into our body, they will affect that body part. If they enter from the air through the nose, then they reach the lungs because that is the respiratory tract or the passage of the respiratory system. The example is a bacteria causing tuberculosis. Secondly, if they enter through the mouth, then they stay in the gut lining. That means the intestinal lining. Example is a bacteria that causes typhoid. So I hope it's very clear. So what I told you is that the microbes, whichever route they take, they will affect that particular organ. If they are entering the liver, then they may cause the diseases like jaundice. That is a jaundice causing virus. So the organ specific and tissue specific manifestations depend upon the point of entry of the microbes. But this is not always the case. For example, the HIV. HIV, I have told you the full form of HIV. It is the human immunodeficiency virus that causes a disease called the AIDS. If that virus comes into the body, it enters the body through the sex organs and it spreads through the lymph nodes all over the body. Similarly, the microbes that causes malaria, that is the plasmodium, they also affect the disease, affect the body in a similar way. So as I told you, the HIV virus enters through sexual contact and they spread to the lymph nodes all over the body and they damage the immune system of your body. The malaria causing microbes, that is a protozoa, example is plasmodium. It enters through the mosquito bite and they also enter the liver and then they affect the red blood cells. So these all examples you may just learn. It will help you to remember which are the different organs the microbes attack and affect. Next example is a virus that causes a fever called Japanese encephalitis or brain fever. That also enters through a mosquito bite and it affects the brain. There are various symptoms. When it affects the brain, either the patient can have a headache or migraine that we say, or constant headache or dizziness, etc. The signs and symptoms of a disease will always depend on the tissue or the organ into which the microbe might have entered. If, as I told you, if they enter the lungs, then they will affect your respiratory system and as a result you will have problems in breathing and you will feel breathless, you will feel dizzy, you won't feel like doing any of your works, you won't have the power to concentrate. If the liver is targeted, as I told you, you will have jaundice. So the signs and symptoms of a disease will depend upon the tissues or organs. If the target is the lungs, I repeat, the symptoms will be cough and breathlessness. If the target is the liver, then jaundice may occur. If the target is the brain, then headache, vomiting, fits, or unconsciousness may occur. So these are the various ways in which the microbes have enter into your body and they cause problems. Now, when they enter into the body, there will be some common effects also, like inflammation. What do you mean by inflammation? Inflammation means the non-specific response of the immune system. Let me explain. When you are given a vaccination, say you are given a vaccination against polio, or you are against diphtheria or against tuberculosis, you will have some side effects after reaching home. Either you might be having a swelling in that area, or some pain, mild rashes might be there, reddish color might be there, or a fever, light fever might be there. These are the local effects of inflammation. What is this inflammation? Inflammation means the non-specific response of the immune system. That means by this system, the active immune system recruits many cells to the affected tissue to kill the disease-causing microbes. This recruitment process is called inflammation. Because of the inflammation only, you see all the local effects. I hope you are very clear about inflammation. What is inflammation? It is a function of the immune system. When the immune system recruits or appoints many cells to the affected tissue and tries to kill off the disease-causing microbes. This process is called inflammation, and because of inflammation, swelling, pain, rashes, etc. are seen in the patient. Is that clear? I hope it's clear to all of you.